Had a great trading day today. Welcome. I do have good news, right? So we have good news in the markets, right? The selling has definitely stopped for now, all right? And we are moving higher. No buy signals yet, so it's too early to have buy signals. But the price action that we're looking at is very encouraging. Okay, so our stock boss traders, bull master traders, start getting ready. All right, so start getting ready to take some trades here. All right, again, we're not totally out of the water yet. All right, however, things are settling down nicely here, nicely. Okay, so on the S&P, guys, we're right here. Previous support becomes resistance. So I'll open this up here, and we have here, look here, we've got a nice big white candle here. So that is encouraging for the S&P. All right, we hope tomorrow and into next week we can get above this moving average here. Okay, and if we can get back near all-time highs is right here, guys. So we're off the lows, right? Off the lows. When we take a look at the larger, the big macro, you guys will see it much clearly. All right, clearly. All right, so big white candle here. We need to get above that moving average. And then we'll get the green moving average here, and we could get a buy signal somewhere in here. Okay, but we need green candles. If we get green candles, okay, you guys can start getting in slowly. All right, without a buy signal, just slowly start getting in. All right, so the S&P, NASDAQ, same thing here, guys. We got a white candle here, and here we're breaking through that resistance right here on the NASDAQ. Not quite yet on the Dow, right? We still have red candles on the Dow, but we are trading near the resistance here off the support area down here. And the Russell, look at the Russell, guys. All right, white candle here, breaking that resistance, and again, off the lows here of support. So we need all four of these indexes here to get above the green moving average right here. Give us a green candle, all right, and then we can take this market a bit more seriously. All right, buy signals will come in later. Buy signals will come in later. Another good sign is that the VIX has come down quite a bit. So this time frame here is on the weekly time frame, and we've come down quite a bit on the VIX. VIX is at 26. That's good news. That's absolutely good news. VIX went all the way up to 60 right here. 60, 26 will definitely take that. Okay. Ideally, we need the VIX to get down below 20. Okay, and low teens to see this market really take off. All right, but very, very encouraging at 26 here for the VIX. All right, sectors, guys, are up. So we have several sectors that are moving up now. So you guys can see that there. Before this was all red. Now we've got some buying coming in. So up right here in some of the sectors. That's encouraging. No buy signals yet, but again, that's encouraging. As we keep moving higher, if we do, we'll see more of these sectors here go from red down to blue up. Okay, futures market, dollar is still trading at 99, right? $99 for the Dow. It was for the dollar, it was down today. Dow futures E-minis kind of flat right now. Okay, kind of flat right now. All right, and again, the sectors, we have more buying coming in the sectors. Let's move this down here. But no buy signals yet. So we can't get aggressive at all. All right, but this is encouraging here. All right, for the market. Even the Magnificent Seven stocks, all right, they're improving. All right, their price action, right? Their charts are improving. All right, similar to the indexes. All right, so all of the Mag 7 stocks were up today. Even the the Magnificent 7 ETF, which is what we use now to track the Mag 7s. All right, we have a white candle here. Okay, so similar, guys, to what we had here: red candles, white candles, green candles, and we start moving higher again. That's what we need here. White candles, right? Get above that green moving average here with green candles like this. So crossing that moving average would be very encouraging. Get a buy signal somewhere in here, and then start testing the highs here. We're a long way from that. But here was the previous buy signal. So somewhere in here, we could get another buy signal on the Mag 7s and on the Mag 7 ETF. That's the ETF, right? So we'll use it as an index, right? For right now, as a barometer for the whole group. All right, but each stock, let's take a look here. So Google right here, guys, found good support here. White candle. Okay, so white candle is coming in. We're breaking through that red moving average. We need to get through that resistance. Resistance is about right in here. All right, get some green candles, and then we'll get a buy signal kind of like here, and then move higher kind of like here. So bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. We need another buy signal, start testing that resistance. Okay, so look at that price action. Right, support, resistance, right? We'll call this support, resistance, support. We need to get back to a resistance. Okay, so price action looks extremely bullish. Okay, all right. Meta, Facebook, same thing here. Found support, right? Resistance should come in. Let's move this one down. So resistance should come in right about here. This is where we got previous buy signals here on Facebook. Meta, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here. So we could get another buy signal. All right, we don't have any white candles here except for this one here. So we need to get higher, break through that resistance here. All right, so Meta needs some work. Amazon, fairly close. White candle here, found really good support here, here, and here. White candle, we need to break through that resistance. Again, get above that green moving average, just like we did here. All right, and perhaps get a buy signal in Amazon. That's on the daily time frame now. NVIDIA, we need some work. We need some white candles here, but it's fairly close. Let's bring our resistance areas right about here. Previous sell signal was here. All right, so this area here, anyway in here, we need to get above that green moving average. Very choppy for NVIDIA though. If you guys look here, very choppy. A lot of indecision. Look at that, right? A lot of consolidation. So that's going to be tough, right? Getting back. If we can get above 150, I think 150 was the number here. All right, we could see NVIDIA move higher. It's trading at 106. Now, with all of these guys, this could totally fail. All right, if we have a big down day tomorrow, all right, there's no data coming out, but if we have a big down day tomorrow, let's say 1,000 points down, right, 800 points down, then we are moving lower. All right, so all of this is assuming we have buyers come in and we get past, right, these resistance levels and this moving average. Okay, so that's NVIDIA here. Tesla also looks good. All right, much better price action than NVIDIA. Not a lot of consolidation up in this area in here. All right, so good support here, and we talked about this. The cool thing about Tesla had a nice support in here, nice range in here, and it's held really nicely. Okay, so we need to break through resistance here, get above that green moving average, and give us a buy signal similar to here. And look at the previous buy signal from right here to right here. So if we get another buy signal here, that would be great. Now, seasonality is not working in our favor right now, but guess what? Right, market has corrected quite a bit. All right, and traders are hungry to get back in and move the price higher. And that's what we focus on. Okay, so Tesla looks good, right? We just need to break through that resistance. So accumulation, mark up, distribution, mark down, accumulation, we're looking for another markup there. All right, Microsoft, same thing here, guys. We're right at that resistance level there. All right, a lot of choppiness in Microsoft support here. We need to break through, and we are close with Microsoft. Right, look at that white candle here, right at that moving average. Okay, so resistance is here. All right, again, markdown, accumulation, break resistance, buy signal should come in here. All right, if we can get buyers to come in and now start testing resistance there. Apple, all right, another good setup. White candle here, resistance is here. Again, we need to get above that moving average here. All right, green candles, and then give us a buy signal. So we are not very close, but getting close. All right. All right, to a buy signal, that is. VIX, big change on the VIX on the monthly time frame, guys. Look here. Look here. This was green, guys. This was green all the way up here at 60, and it has retraced all the way down. What's today? It's the 24th. So we've got what? What is it? When is the last day of the early next week? Let's say that mid early next week, we're going to have the month will close, and guess what? We will close with a white candle. All right, who would have thought that we would close with a white candle on the VIX on the monthly time frame? Okay, when this was green all the way up here, and it's pulled back all the way down here. So went from 60 to 26, guys. So that's reduced the fear. That has reduced the fear in the market. All right, remove the volatility. So that's really, really, really good for stocks. Okay, so from here, we need the VIX to come on down, get in the below 20s, right, in the low teens, and we'll see this market really start to take off. Okay, big picture Dow daily time frame right here. Same thing here on the Dow daily time frame. Weekly time frame, sellers are still in here. All right, so we could get a bounce, right? We could get a bounce just like we did here, a bounce higher, and then sellers came in heavy. All right, a bounce back, right, back to that moving average. Sellers came in heavy. A bounce to that moving average, sellers came in heavy. So this just could be a bounce, all right? So that's why we need to pay attention closely and be flexible, okay? Dow on the monthly time frame, it is really held that moving average here, held the trend line, all green candles there on the Dow monthly time frame. On the S&P daily, again, same thing here. We need to get above that moving average here. We could bring this down a little bit here. Previous buy signal was here, so we can move higher. Buy signal will come in there on the daily. Weekly, same thing. Sellers are on the weekly. All right, so big picture, sellers are still in control. All right, so don't forget that. All right, no, that doesn't mean, guys, we can't do something like this. Like, see here, that's why we need to be flexible. Watch this price action every week. Every week we need to pay attention here, okay? So let's see, the price action could do something like this. So here's your trend line here. See where that price action came down, all that selling went back up. That's a V-shaped recovery right here. All right, this one lasts longer, right? Came down right here, lasted a while, and then kept going. We could have the same thing here. And we're right up here somewhere, right in here. So that's a nice bounce. So we could see a V-shaped recovery kind of like this here. Let's do this. Now, no guarantee that it will do this again, but let's see if it does. All right. So if we can keep that V here, all right, I've got too many lines. We'll just do this for the S&P. All right. And let's remove this for now. All right, so let's see if we can get another recovery like this. Okay, all right, and then move higher. All-time high on the S&P is right here. Okay, all right. On the monthly time frame, nice recovery. Nice recovery. Came all the way from the bottom here. Nice recovery. All right, it might get a chance to recover that trend line here. So nice recovery there. Okay. All right. On the NASDAQ, again, daily time frame here, we need to get above that green moving average, break through that resistance, and a buy. If we can, buy signal will come in somewhere up here. This price action here, similar to what's happening here. All right, we just need some green candles, hold on, and keep moving higher. NASDAQ on the weekly time frame, same here. You see sellers are in here. NASDAQ on the monthly, nice recovery here. Almost recaptured that trend line here on the NASDAQ on the monthly. So big pullbacks, guys, in these markets. Big buyers are not giving up. All right, so those are big moves here. Okay. Russell, same thing here. Again, daily time frame, need to get above resistance here. All right, big resistance here. All right, we do have a white candle. On the weekly, same thing here. Right, sellers are on the weekly there. You guys know that. Okay, found support here. Russell on the monthly time frame recovered. All right, or let's say recaptured the moving average right here. Okay, we can move this. So no longer do we have support here. It's gained that moving average right here. Okay, that's on the Russell. That's great for the Russell. And then Bitcoin, guys, Bitcoin definitely broke through that resistance. We should get a buy signal soon on Bitcoin. Surprised that we don't have a buy signal yet. Okay, so we've got, and that is concerning. Okay, hope that doesn't mean sellers will come back in, but we should get a buy signal anywhere now. Okay, so somewhere in here we should get a buy signal. And then Bitcoin is at 93. Big move, guys. Right? It made a low all the way down here to 76. We were looking for a further support at 70,000, which would be right about here. But nice recovery. Nice recovery. Broke through resistance here. So markdown, accumulation, broke resistance. We just need a buy signal here. And then resistance is all here. All-time highs. On Bitcoin 107. So we're not too far from that there. Okay. Gold, guys, keeps moving higher here. Buy signal here. Moving higher there on gold. Silver. Silver is really struggling. Lots of consolidation. But it is trading near the resistance level right here. Trading at $30. All right. $30 an ounce. For silver right here. Crude oil just trading between a very perfect range of 60 and 80 for crude. So holding nicely there. Bonds moving up a bit there, but nothing to really talk about there on bonds. Just holding. A bit disappointed in bonds there. We would like to see bonds move up, start testing that resistance there, okay? The dollar, like I said, broke through that $100 mark here. Dollar is really still in trouble there. Trading at 99, made a low, guys, of 98, okay? Look at this, all purple support and resistance, so strongly in the markdown phase, literally a falling knife, okay? So dollar looks to move lower right now. All right, on the weekly time frame, same thing here. Broke a big support level. All right, next target for the dollar. I know we have 90 down here, but a realistic support might be so a realistic support might be right about here. 90, let's call it 95 before it gets to 90, okay? All right. Pound yen, nothing much here. On the daily, weekly, and monthly, just holding here. So if the markets, right, the markets continue to move higher, pound yen and the yen pairs will move higher. Okay, so that's why pound yen hasn't really broken down. All right, current positions. Let's go to current positions in Monster Scalper. We don't have a lot. All right, we've closed a few on the 60 minutes time frame, so we don't have any on the 60. We have a few on the 240. And 60 minutes still struggling there. All right, pound Swiss, guys, pound Swiss on the 240. Good trade going here. Here is your markdown phase. All right, so good markdown phase here. Lots of good selling. All right, accumulation broke resistance. Good buyers are coming in there, okay? All right, so buy signal here on a break of this resistance right here. Resistance is here and moving up nicely here. So pound Swiss, good trade going here. Pound SGD, all right, pound SGD. All right, a bit choppy, but looks good. It's breaking out. Buy signal here, choppy in here, breaking resistance and moving higher there. New Zealand CAD. All right, good trade here in New Zealand CAD. Buy signal here, moving up nicely. Mark up, mark down. Don't be lazy like me. Go ahead and bring in your lines. All right. So mark down. All right. I've been doing this a long time, so I can just look at these charts and see where price is going. But for our new traders, you really want to bring in your lines, okay? All right, so mark down, mark up, bring in your trend lines, bring in your V here, okay? So we broke resistance here. Next area of resistance, let's bring this up, is right here, okay? So buy signal here, we need to break through that resistance and keep moving higher. Good trade going there. New Zealand CAD, New Zealand dollar. All right, New Zealand dollar, same thing here. Good trade going here. On the 240, look at New Zealand dollar. All right, so mark down. These are your sellers, right? So bring in your lines. Mark down here. And then mark up. Buy signal. This is a high buy signal. All right, but it's working out. All right, so buy signal was here on a break of this resistance right here, moving up nicely there, New Zealand dollar. And the next one there, Aussie Swiss. Aussie Swiss. All right, buy signal here, fairly new buy signal. Here's your trend line here. All righty. Buy signal here, all green candles moving up nicely. Their target all the way up here. Lots of consolidation up here, okay? ZAR Yen, these are fairly new. So ZAR Yen, again, markdown phase, breaking resistance here, right? A bit of a pullback, holding here. We need to move higher. Aussie Yen, same thing here. Lots of good selling. All right, buy signal here. Good price action, looks to break through resistance here. All righty, breaking resistance here, and let's bring in your lines here. All right, got a triangle here, price got squeezed, and we're moving higher. All right, Aussie yen and then pound yen. All right, pound yen looks good. All right, buy signal here, it's breaking resistance. Buy signal here, that's reaccumulation. So if you're brave, you can add, right? Add on the break of that resistance there. Just be careful, guys. It would be reaccumulation. Right? Right here. Buy signal here, breaking resistance here. Good trade going here. A target on this one here would be right up here. All right, right up here. For about, if it makes it up there, about 400 pips, okay? All righty. Would be a decent trade there. Those are the longs. Let's take a look at the shorts. In Monster Scalper, we only have one short, and that's the Swiss yen. Why is the Swiss yen? All right, short on the 240 Swiss yen. So short Swiss yen right here, Swiss yen. Short signal here holding. If the yen pairs continue to move higher, we might get a sell signal with Swiss yen, okay? So we are light now in Forex. We'll see. We might look for some positions. I also want to take a look at Stock Boss. No trades in Stock Boss, guys. Those basic material stock trades closed a lot of those. Let's take a look at Bull Master. Okay, so long positions in Bull Master. By the way, we'll look to move the time frame in Stock Boss back to the daily. Okay, so if buyers are coming back in, we need to move that time frame back. Still early, but we're considering it. Okay, so AEM, guys, buy signal here, holding. That's basic materials. Okay, AU buy signal here. That's holding. Did not hold in Stock Boss on the 60. GFI basic material, white candles here. Gap down, it's recovered, so we'll keep it for now, and it's holding that trend line here. Keep an eye on that one though. KGC, that's holding. Buy signal here, holding nicely there. NEM, all right, nicely recovered, gapped up there. NEM, so holding much better than the 60-minute time frame in Stock Boss, but we're gonna move that time frame in Stock. RGLD, that's gold right there. Buy signal here. Nice recovery there. And then WPM, buy signal here. Again, nice recovery, guys. Nice save there of that trend line. Came all the way down to the trend line, gap down, and now it's moving higher again there, okay? So we are very light, okay? So we are light in positions. Right now. Our US 30 traders, keep an eye out for a buy signal. All right, so we are waiting. We did not call this previous buy signal right here. Okay, let me move hold on. Right here. Okay, so we did not call this buy signal right here, guys. Okay. All right, so we're waiting for another buy signal. The next buy signal should come in. Now, this would be a high buy signal, so just be careful. It's on the 60-minute. That might come in right about here, anytime now, okay? All right, so just be aware of that. And we are back to that support area here on the daily time frame right here. All right, and we're recapturing. See here, we're recapturing that support area. To get a buy signal, we got to get, again, above that. There's still a lot of work to do, guys, okay? I mean, it's improving, all right? These markets are improving, but just like they came in to that moving average, came down, came up to that moving average, came down, they can certainly come back down. But we want to be ready just in case this market breaks out, okay? On the NASDAQ, right, we do have a buy signal on the NASDAQ. So we would like to see similar to this, all right? So nice break of resistance, buy signal here, all right? We're moving nicely on the NASDAQ. So we would like to see the same thing happen here in the S&P, okay? All right. And that's a good V going there. And really have gotten off that support level here. So good job with the NAS 100. And we're waiting for the same price action. So in the morning, we'll be doing live trading with the markets, right? We'll look at different pairs, right? Different stocks, but in particular, the US 30, okay? So we would like it to hold, just kind of hold here until the morning when we go live, 8 a.m. To 10 a.m. Eastern time in the morning, okay? All right. We are moving fast. All right, so I'm going to spend some time in Stock Boss. Okay, there are some trades that are happening, some opportunities that are happening in Stock Boss that we might want to take a look at. Okay, Bull Master here. Okay, so let's do this. Let's run Stock Boss. I'm going to run it. So I'll show you guys what we're looking at. Okay. And we kind of went through some of this yesterday in Q&A. All right, but so Stock Boss, let's run it again. So we've got 46. So it's improving, right? We're getting more stocks in Stock Boss. So we know the institutions are starting to come in. All right, we still have our basic material stocks in here. But look here, guys, healthcare. Look at this. All of these are healthcare stocks. So we are definitely seeing a move in healthcare. Okay, so we're going to look for some opportunities this evening in Stock Boss, right? So these are small cap stocks under $10, all right? And they follow the Russell, okay? We might, if interest rates come down, that will definitely help the small caps, okay? It's not really doing that yet. But we might see where we might have a rotation into small caps for right now. So healthcare stocks are coming in. In Bull Master, we've got how many? 33. Again, that's not a lot for Bull Master, right? We need to see 80, 90, 100. But as far as healthcare, we don't have that many. Healthcare, large cap stocks. All right, growth stocks coming in right now in Bull Master. So we won't do anything with Bull Master. We'll just stay with the basic material metal stocks, okay? But with Stock Boss, let's take a look at these healthcare stocks. So we're going to go through these. And the first one we have here is Fate, okay? So Fate, guys, that stock fell from... let's see here, monthly time frame. Okay, so that stock fell from $110 and it's now trading at $1.35. Imagine that, right? So $110 to now $35. So let's take a look at it. Now, it's a bit early, okay? It is early. We don't have any buyers. We still have red candles here on the weekly time frame here. We're gonna move Stock Boss back to the daily. Okay. We do have good support here. However, if you guys look here on the daily time frame, right? Look at that there. On the daily, it came from $8. Right. Even if we could get back up to this area here where the selling came in, that's $3. That's a good, that would be a good trade. Okay. Yes, the volume is low, but that doesn't mean anything, right? Notice we don't have any volume here on the chart here, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, we're just looking for the price action. All right, so guys, we have a buy signal here. All right, buy signal here. And look here, it's been moving higher. All right, so it made a low here at 68.70, and it keeps making higher highs, higher lows. We have green candles here, and we have a buy signal here. Okay, again, this is a bit early. We don't have any buyers yet on the weekly time frame, But it's really encouraging that we have a lot of healthcare stocks. Hopefully, this will move along with the group. Okay, so that's the first one here, FATE. Now, if you don't trade with us, if you do not have our systems, if you do not have Stock Boss, okay, we're gonna get to the point, guys, where we're probably not we'll probably analyze these trades, but not give them out. Okay, because the concern is we don't want traders that are trading these, because you might have the entry. We might give you the entry, but if you take these trades and you do not have our trading systems, it's going to be difficult to get out. Okay, so I'm really considering not giving these alerts out, right? We might just send it to the school community and then track it. We'll track it, okay, after we get in. But I just want you guys to know, be very, very careful, okay? Do not take these trades if you're not trading with us, please, okay? All right, the next one here, let's see here. Not very good price action here. I like to do these alerts so that you guys get an idea of how we select trades. But if you're not trading with us, don't take these trades. All right, so just healthcare is what we're looking at, nothing here. A buy signal here. Sellers are on the weekly time frame here, but very choppy trading there. You guys can see that here. Very choppy, very, very choppy there. Okay, not as smooth as FATE. TOI, this one broke out already. All right, buyers are on the weekly time frame. That buy signal came in, guys. Look at this. This is what we want to hopefully capture on a few of these here. Buy signal came in at $1.16, and look at that, 323 already. So it's broken out. Can't chase it, but good trade here. That's what we're looking for, and that's healthcare. Okay. So we're definitely seeing something happening here in healthcare. No buy signal on this one here. AMLX broke through that resistance here. Buyers are on the weekly time frame. So we'll call this one here. Look at that markdown phase. All right. So came from a high of 40. All right. And green candle here. That's very encouraging on the weekly time frame here. And it's trading at 524, right? Mark down, buy signal and break of this resistance. Hasn't gone too far yet. So AMLX, okay? Nothing here. This one is setting up nicely for a buy signal. No buy signal yet. It's good price action here. Let's take a look here. This one has really good support. It's got red candles. All right, we would like to see a white candle come in there, but it's got good support right here. Okay, at 283. All right, we have a good buy signal on the daily. We're gonna call this. Be careful with this. Again, we don't have a buy. We don't have buyers on. We don't have buyers. So with this, we're just using some judgment here. Okay, we don't have buyers on the weekly time frame. So sellers could come in quickly there. But we like the fact that they're definitely buying healthcare there. Hold on, let's take a second look here. Lots of consolidation in here. Let's see here. I think we'll pass on this one. Yeah, so yeah, looking at it further, we'll pass. All right, so we have a lot of consolidation in here, guys. So here is support here. So our target, so that's not a very good risk reward. So $5 here, right? $10 is right here. But look here, all of this here. All right, that's like traffic ahead. All right, to prevent the trade from moving higher here. So that's a concern here. So we'll stay away from that one day. Let's keep going. All right, nothing here. All right, PLX on the weekly time frame. Right, we have a lot of buying here. Good buying here on the weekly. This one fell. Let's take a look at the monthly here. All we need is just a few. Is that right? So 5 something here. Let's see here. Let's try weekly. Let's keep it on the weekly here. All right, so let's say $22 on the weekly time frame here. And we have a buy signal. What's the price there? Buy signal came in on $2.68. So that's a good risk reward. And it's a reaccumulation trade. All right, so we know buyers are already in. We're in the markup phase. This is just a new opportunity, all right, to either add or get in here. So, right, accumulation, buy signal, first trade did really well, right? Buy signal came in at $1.17, closed at $2.31. And now we have a new buy signal on a break of this resistance. Nice big candles are coming in there, okay? So PLX. All right, so PLX, okay. All right, CMPS, nothing here, no buy signal here. All right, this one, good trade here. It's gone though. Boy, they're really starting to buy healthcare. RGLS buy signal came in at $1.58, trading at 280, and we have buyers coming in on the weekly with a buy signal. Look at that weekly time frame. Has that gone too far? This is so tempting. So nice break of resistance here. Buyers coming in here. Look where it fell from. Wow. If you guys are, we can't call it. It's gone too far. Uh, you have to wait for it to pull back. So if it pulls back, right, it's just gone too far, guys. Okay, it needs to retrace, get some new support and resistance. So pass on that. But beautiful trade there. Oh my gosh, beautiful trade there. All right, next one here, nothing here. So we'll keep watching healthcare. All right, CSVRA. In stock boss, we have a white candle here on the weekly time frame. Buyers are on the daily here. All right. We do have some congestion in here, consolidation in here, so be aware of that. A decent markdown phase. So markdown, accumulation, buy signal here. We are breaking resistance here. And we still feel it, we're still close to that buy signal. Okay, it is choppy, so just be aware of that. Okay, so buy signal here. So SVRA and a couple more. Let's see. Trading at 9, is that $9? $9.88. All right, that's too rich for stock boss. Okay, we need that to be a lot less. So trading at 988, that's too much for stock boss. Yeah, that's a couple more moves there. It will show up in bull master. So that's more for bull master stock there. All right, last one SLS. Very choppy in here. Nothing here. Okay, so we've got 4 there. Okay. Nothing in bull master. Okay. Nothing in bull master there. Okay. Let's see. Monster scalper. Let's go through this. We have a few more minutes here, so we've got some time. Monster scalper. Let's see here. Right now, guys, based on how the 60-minute time frame is trading, we're going to focus on the 240 for now, okay? So ZAR yen, we're in that already, right? We see buyers coming in. You guys see that blue here? Buyers are coming in. And if the market continues to move higher, that will help the yen pairs, okay? So dollar yen, good markdown phase. We just need a buy signal. Keep an eye on that one there. All right, TRY, JPY, nothing yet. SGD setting up. New Zealand yen. Is this one too late? Let's see here. All right, so New Zealand yen, we do have buyers are on the weekly here. All right, buyers on the weekly. And look here, I know it's hard to tell here, but look at the transition here. All right, so we went from red candles, white candles, green candles, and we're all making higher lows, right? Higher lows. We are moving higher. It hasn't gone too far. All right, so buy signal is here. So if we bring that across, buy signal is here. Here we are here, getting ready to break resistance. So we'll call this one NZD, JPY, long on the 240, okay? That's New Zealand. Keep an eye, pound yen, we already have a buy signal. We've already called that one there. Aussie yen, we've already called that. So a new one, New Zealand yen here. Shorts, nothing with shorts, guys. Just be careful shorting anything here. Let's just take a quick look at the 60. I don't think we're missing anything, but let's take a look. Just to see here. And then we'll be done here, okay? All right, we're not missing anything. Our monster scalper traders, just be careful, guys, trading the 60-minute, okay? You might find a trade here and there, but overall, it hasn't been trading well. 240, much better, okay? Not perfect, but much better. See that? See what's happening here on the 60, right? A lot of consolidation. Look at this. All right, all this red here, these pairs are consolidating. Okay, so there's nothing here, right? These, and the highest one is at 45. So not a lot. See here, a lot of consolidation. All right, on the 60-minute time frame. So be careful. Okay, on the 240, much better here. All right, on the 240, much better price action. Okay, so we got more trends here or breakouts here, right? Right, we have fewer pairs that are consolidating. So if you look here, this, right, this here is very different than the 60-minute here. Look at that. Okay, so just be careful on the 60-minute. A lot of consolidation. So just be careful. Okay. All right. So I am done, and I will see everyone. Those of you who plan to join us live in the market tomorrow will be live with me in the school. Go to the school community. Okay, from 8 a.m. Eastern time to 10 a.m. Okay, and we'll be looking for 2 trades in particular. Okay, we'll look for some Forex trades, but definitely, let's see here, right here, definitely the NAS 100, and then the US 30. So the NAS 100, it has a buy signal already. So if this holds, we'll look for an intraday trade tomorrow. Okay, so NAS is looking really, really good for an intraday trade tomorrow. And then also the US 30. Okay, so we would like to see the US 30 at least get past, what's that, 40,500 there. Okay, somewhere in here, give a buy signal, and then we'll look to do an intraday trade, and the NAS is ready to go. Okay, it's ready to go. Okay, all right, guys, thanks for coming, and I'll see everyone tomorrow, first thing in the morning, live. Okay, take care, guys. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming. Bye bye.